Thank you, Sandy, for that warm welcome. And speaking of disruptors, I'm here to talk about T-Mobile, the Un-carrier. Woohoo! So what does being an Un-carrier mean? Fundamentally, it means that we love our customers and we will stop at nothing to give them the absolute best customer experience they can possibly have with us. Every single day, we're innovating to bring them more capabilities, more features, and just to flat out delight them. What I would love to do more than anything else is paint you all in magenta right now and give you the opportunity to live a day in the life of the Un-carrier. But since I can't do that, I came up with the next best option. What's playing behind me is literally a clap-in at one of our call centers. So your eyes are not deceiving you. We are literally shooting off confetti cannons. We have slapsticks. We have people cheering their brains out, laughing, smiling, woohooing, and fundamentally making every single guest to our call center feel like a rock star. Because frankly, who doesn't want to feel like a rock star, right? So why the heck do we go through this whole production? We do it for two reasons. First of all, because we want our guests to feel like rock stars. But more importantly, we want to remind our employees what it takes to make each customer feel like a rock star. And that's what we want that experience with our customers to be. We want them to feel like rock stars every time they engage with us. It can't stop with our care and sales reps, however. One of the things that T-Mobile has learned is that we have to embrace Un-carrier within the entire company, including technology. So what does that look like to embrace Un-carrier and technology? That sounds kind of strange. What it fundamentally means is we have to completely change the way that we were doing work, and we have to go with a no boundaries concept. So just because we didn't explore it before, just because we didn't try it before, doesn't mean we can't try it now. So we're looking for those bold, bodacious ideas. And one of the areas that we decided to tackle was actually our BSS system. So most people are terribly afraid of going after billing and other monolithic systems. We're not. And the first call we made was to one of our key partners, Amdocs, who's a leader in telecommunications, software, hardware, in both IT as well as in network systems. And we said, hey, come sit down with us and let's talk. Where are you fundamentally putting your investments, and where do you see the industry going, and what does your roadmap look like? And they said, sure, we'd love to sit down with you, but can we bring a friend with? And we're like, who? And they said, well, AWS, of course, because the key to our success with our product strategy around Digital One is that it's born from the cloud. It's digitally native, and it's critical that it be that way so that we have the scalability, the resiliency, the security, and the blue-green deployments, Meg, that you need to delight your customers. So we all got together, and then one of the first things we did, and by the way, these are eye charts, so there's no quiz after this. I don't expect you to memorize it. My point in sharing them is to say when we first sat down, we looked at the combined roadmaps. And we said, hey, where is each of us putting our money? Because part of the secret is we don't need to spend money where our suppliers already are. We need to learn how to harness that and leverage it and add our secret sauce around it to go farther faster. So we compared our roadmaps and we literally put them out on the table together and said, hey, how do we maximize this and do more together as a group? So what does this look like in a day in the life? It starts with a problem statement. So it starts with what are we trying to solve from a business standpoint? So a micro example of what we've been doing at T-Mobile is to say, hey, we need to wow our enterprise customers the same way that we wow our consumers today. So these enterprise customers have thousands of nodes, incredible complexity, and the rating that we perform for them. And we challenged Amdocs to say, we want to do this on demand. We want to do this near real time. What's that going to take? And they said, hey, let's bring AWS into the conversation, And we all three together decided that to maximize our ability to wow these customers, we needed to leverage some key services like Amazon Aurora, Elastic Kubernetes Service, and managed streaming for Apache Kafka to power the Amdocs products to delight these customers. The biggest learning we've had, however, has nothing to do with technology. It has to do with being vulnerable. We learned very early on that if we weren't open with Amdocs and AWS about the challenges we were facing, they weren't open back. So what I would challenge each of you to do is to be really open in describing what success looks like for you and what you're scared of. Because what that does to your partners is it says, hey, it's okay to be open with me back, and it's okay to say crazy, bodacious things, because guess what? Particularly if you're working with someone like T-Mobile, we want the crazy stuff. We want the off-the-wall ideas, because that's where the gems come from. And those gems are the next big Un-carrier move, and those are where we make history, frankly. So be vulnerable, be open, and look for those Un-carrier moves in your own companies. The other group we need to be Un-carrier with is our people, our teams. Many of you in this room may have at one point in time thought, what does this cloud journey mean for me and my career, my team, my current application? And if you're not thinking it, the teams back home probably are. We've realized that our teams were feeling it and thinking it, and we said, hey, we need to take everyone along on the journey. So how do we create a really inclusive environment where everyone is on the team and feels like they can contribute? And it came down to three really big things. The first one was showing up as a team. So believe it or not, the pictures behind you are actually Amdocs employees wearing T-Mobile t-shirts. That's one way that we signify team. Another key thing is investing in training for everyone. And a lot of it's through conferences like this, but it's also through on-demand training, meeting employees where they are and what they need to learn for their own career growth, as well as for the team's growth at that particular moment. Because that's really where the sweet spot is in that win-win. So last but not least, let me leave you with this. To live truly Un-carrier and to live Un-carrier in technology and find those crazy moves, we follow a simple motto. And I want to leave you with that motto. No surprises, no excuses, and absolutely, no matter what you do, no boundaries. And my wish for all of you at this conference is to live boundaryless and explore the heck out of all the cool things that AWS is sharing with us this week, and then take them back and create amazing customer experiences for your customers. Thank you very much.